each and every person who is working in the organization need to be very responsible. Now this occupational asthma is the most prevalent occupational lung disorder. Major accident, minor accident, the accident which you will not report, the accident which you will report. Two types of causes of accident in your syllabus. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students for this fourth session of Human Resource Management 4. Now here in this chapter, which I'll be explaining you more about the occupational hazards and occupational diseases. Now we have the types of occupational diseases. Now, when we go with occupational diseases, we are supposed to understand what is occupational disease. That is, when you are working in the place and then you get infected, that we call that as the occupational diseases. Say, example, you have so many diseases which happens in the bronchitis, that is lung cancer, lung infection, asthma, all those things. Those are due to the industrial pollution. Those are because of the hazards which happens in the workplace. That's why you are supposed to know what exactly these diseases are classified into. So here, an occupational illness is an event or exposure that occurs in the workplace that causes or contributes. See, it can cause or it can contribute for your life. Now here, understand why we are supposed to be very responsible. It is not just the human resource manager who should be responsible. It should be each and every person who is working in the organization need to be very responsible. So contributes to a condition or worsens a pre-existing condition. So any kind of a condition, whether you had earlier or it is actually worsening it, each and everything you are supposed to take it very seriously. You need to diagnose those diseases or the illness. Now here you need to understand two things. What is very important? Your life or the work which you are doing, so that to lead your life. Now in this pandemic, we got to know that more than salary, more than wages, more than any other thing, it is our life which is very, very important. So here, when you understand the occupational diseases and the types of occupational disease, you will get to know that whatever it is, life is something which we value. And if you value life and if you are in a proper way and you are leading the life properly, you will not get any kind of other diseases. You should be very careful where you work. Is that particular place are taking care of you, the employees, or not? Again, all these things you are supposed to be very careful about. If an occupational disorder or suspect or directed history should be taken with particular attention. So somewhere what happens, I've seen this in many of the places where the chemical factory is placed and people are working in a chemical factory. There are few people who are already allergic to it, but still they go and work on the same place. Now even there you are supposed to make sure that you will have all these directed histories and you will get to know that what and where you are supposed to work. Now here, when we go with that, you need to understand that the particular attention to establishing a temporal relationship of systems and exposure at work. So you will definitely have so many kind of exposures, but here you need to make sure that you maintain yourself properly, or else you will definitely get sick. Next one we have is occupational asthma. Now this asthma is a very, very common kind of a phenomenon which we have heard in the industry sectors. Now this occupational asthma is the most prevalent occupational lung disorder. It is what? It's a prevalent lung disorder in industrialized countries. Not just in industrialized country, in all the countries, wherever you see that due to a lot of pollutions which is being emitted from the industries, there are a lot many people who are working in the organization get asthma, as well as the people who are very near to those industries will also get asthma. So that's the reason the government had initiative that we are not supposed to burn crackers, because it will also give the air pollution. Next one we have is occupational chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases has been linked with exposure to non-specific vapors, gases, dust, fumes, and cigarette smoke. See, all these are what? It is again chronic obstructives. Now, we know that the air pollution is already very bad in the situation right now in India, but still there are so many industries, knowingly, unknowingly also, they actually go with non-specific vapors and gases. So we need to be very careful with those things. Next is occupational contact dermatitis is the most common dermal exposure. It can be caused by exposure to a variant of agents including primary irritants and sensitizers. Now here, dermatitis in the sense the skins and all these things, again there are so many people who are allergic to many of the things. Occupational musculoskeletal disorder. Now it's all about the muscle and skeleton disorder which happens in the manufacturing industry as well as in the chemical industry. Plus we have seen that the industries which actually goes with few of the assets, few of the vapor and gases kind of a product, what happens is we commonly see musculo and skeletal disorder where they have a disorder in muscle and the bones. So you should be very careful about it. Treatment of occupational disorder is generally the same for non-occupational disorders. See, occupational disorder, non-occupational disorder, if you go with the treatment is the same thing. The exposure should be controlled to protect the workers. So what exactly happens is our main aim is to give a healthy atmosphere, to give an atmosphere where they'll not get any occupational disorders. Now we have accident. Now what exactly accident is? Accidents can be reduced but cannot be avoided. You need to understand that in an organization, when it comes to accidents, that too particularly in industrial sectors, it is very common, which happens very suddenly. So it's a sudden and unexpected occurrence in the industry which interrupts the orderly progress of the work. Sometimes it happens, it is unavoidable. According to the Factories Act 1948, please understand, we have a Factory Act. Factory Act 1948. Now what is that they have said is, has a HR manager plus has a employee of a company or laborer of a company, you are supposed to always take care of yourself plus your colleagues. Now here in 1948, it says that it is an occurrence in an industry established causing bodily injury to the person who makes him unfit and resume his duties in the next 48 hours. Now that is what is called as the accident. If some slight minor things have happened, we will not think more about it. But if the person cannot work for at least 48 hours, now that is considered as an accident, and that person or the family need to get compensated. But let me tell you, no industry, no factory, no company will actually give life to a life. So be very, very careful when it comes to the accidents. There are n number of examples which we can quote where people have lost their life, people have lost their hand, people have lost their leg, people have lost a part of their body. But what has happened, the industries are still working, isn't it? So compensation they'll give some amount, they'll separate everything. They don't want the media to know about it, they don't want public to know about it. It happened even in so many other places where still it's a question mark that whether it happened or it didn't happen. Accident is an unexpected, yeah, very true it is, that is accidents are unexpected. But sometimes when you already know that these are the things which will happen and you have not taken measures, we never call it as accident, we call it as a cold-blooded murder. Now accident is unexpected event in the course of employment which is neither anticipated nor designed to occur. But sometimes what has happened, even we have seen that the employees who are not happy with the employer, while doing any kind of a plan, they have only plot and they have only designed to kill somebody in the factories, in the industries. Even that we have seen that will not come as an accident here, because you need to understand accident is what? Neither anticipated nor designed. So types of accident, now we have accident may be different types depending upon the severity and durability and the degree of injury. So the first one here we have. The second is an accident causing death or permanent or prolonged disability to the injured employee is called major accident. So there are major accident, minor accident, the accident which you will not report, the accident which you will report. A cut that does not render the employee disability termed as minor. So what is minor, what is major, you got to know. Injury without showing external signs such as fractured bone is called an internal one, and the things which is shown, that is called external one. So disability caused by accident may be partial or total, fatal or non-fatal. So these are the what types of accidents. So one here, what is it? That is, it depends on the degree of injury. A. B is what? Durability, how long it is actually there, durability. We have the C is what? It is how severe it is. So severity is there. Next we have something called major. E we have is what? Minor. Whether it is life is gone or fractured, now bleeding is there or bleeding is not there, internal, external, all these are what? The types of accident. Now what are the causes of accidents? Now there are two types of causes of accident in your syllabus. The first one is unsafe condition and unsafe act. Now both are what? Unsafe in nature. Now unsafe condition means what? Unsafe working condition are the biggest cause of accident. The condition itself is not good. You're not supposed to work there, but still people go and work. The reason is unemployment. Nobody is giving money. So even in the worst of the worst condition, there are people who will go and work in the organization. That is what unconditional it is. That is unsafe conditional. These are associated with detective plans, tools, equipments, machines and material. Such causes are known as technical causes, and here they arise when there are improper guarded equipments, defective equipments, fault layout and location of the plant. Everything is what? There is a proper mess, and but still people go work there. That is what is called the unsafe condition. Now we have what? Unsafe condition. One more is unsafe act. Unsafe acts, what happens is the industrial accident occurred due to certain acts on the part of workers. That is, these acts may be results of lack of knowledge. Now a person is there. Now he doesn't know how to actually use the machine or say the tools. Now what is it? That is unsafe act. Act because of the worker. Because of whom? The worker. Now say example we have, that is operating without authority. Now he doesn't have any authority, but still he goes for showing off his heroism or his talent. So accident may happen. Failure to use safe attire or personal protection equipment. Now there are many people who feel that why should I be equipped? I'll just go, I'll just do it and I'll just come. That expertise they have. Sometimes what happens, that will be a kind of unsafe act. The third is careless throwing of material at the workplace. Many a time we have seen this accident happens because of our negligence. These all are classified into what? One thing, that is unsafe act. And working at unsafe speed. Now there are too many people who actually want to finish the job very fast, too fast they want to do it. So that is where accident happens. That means what? Normally if you go with the normal speed, nothing will happen. Only when you go with too much of fast and all this, accidents will happen. Even in your bikes also, if you go economically, in the sense 30 to 40 speed, if you maintain, even if you get any kind of other disturbance in the road, still you can avoid it. But if you are rushing your vehicle, if you are giving a throttle of 90 speed to 100, 120, 130 speed, now what happens is the chances of accidents are more. Using unsafe equipment. Next, removing safety devices. There are many people who actually don't even use the safety devices when they are supposed to use it. Taking unsafe position under suspended load. And the last one, so see here only I'll tell you this accident. Many of the APEG vehicles are there. Now what they do is more than the weight they actually carry, and what happens when the humps comes, or when they are supposed to go to a place where incline land is, and now what happens is suddenly it will lead to an accident. Distracting, teasing, abusing, quarreling, daydreaming, all these are what? It is also unsafe acts which usually happens in the organization. So you should be very careful about it. Next one we have is other causes. Now what are the other causes which happen so that the accidents will occur? That is, these causes arise out of unsafe situational and climatic conditions and variations. Now these may include what? Excessive noise, very high temperature, humid condition, bad working condition, unhealthy environment, slippery floor, excessive glare. All these are what? They are the other causes. So what all you can actually think that these are the things which will make sure that the accidents will happen, we have listed here in the other causes. Now these are the things which you are supposed to be very careful of. If you have seen or if you have heard anything about the accidental issues in our India or abroad, please do comment in the comment box. We'll always read your messages and reply. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt regarding this session, please do call us. We are always there to help you. I'll see you when I see you.